Welcome. Today I want to revisit a purchase I made back in August on the 19th, and that was for Diamondback Energy. So at the time I was only using one indicator, and it was the Bollinger Bands. And we can see on the 19th that the price action had just broken below the lower band. So this was purely a speculative purchase, right? I was betting that the price would return to the mean, but there's always a possibility that the price can continue to fall. And that's why it's preferable to use more than one indicator when making these decisions. To mitigate that, if I was only going to use one, it might have been better to wait for confirmation, right? A closing price back within the bands. And that was only a couple trading days later. The trade-off there, the purchase on the 19th was $68. The closing price this day was 72, so there would have been a 4-point gain missed out on by waiting. But again, you're waiting for confirmation there instead of betting that it's going to return to the mean. All right, so let's pull up the MACD. Here again, you can see like around that time frame, you had a negative signal line cross on the 13th. Not a good sign. But on the 25th, we had a positive signal line cross. Then if we take that out to the 20th of September, we had a center line cross. So the trade-offs there would have been 7 points, up to 75 here on the close, and about 11 points here, waiting for the center line cross. Pull up the RSI. You can see that the RSI is roughly in line with that as well. You see at the end of August, it starts to rise, gets above 50. And then throughout September, it's above 50 and remains solidly in bullish territory. Let's clear these out and we'll pull up the Ichimoku clouds. And this one is not so positive either, right? All the action is below the clouds at that time. What we do have is we have a conversion line crossing above the baseline on the 2nd of September. Then we have a cloud break here on the 23rd with confirmation on the 24th. So the trade-offs here are a bit different. If we wait for the conversion line cross, that's only 6 points. If we wait for the cloud break, that's a 20-point difference, and that's quite significant there. So let's clear this out. We'll bring back the bands, MACD, and the RSI. And we'll move this out to the 25th, which is roughly what I would have seen at the time. So looking back on the 19th, that was a low point and it was almost perfectly timed to take advantage of the future rally. However, in the future, I'd probably wait a bit more before making that decision. We have the price action here on the 25th. It's approaching the 20-day moving average. It's well within the bands. You have a signal line cross on the MACD. You have the RSI rising, approaching 50. All of these are much better supporting indicators than just one on the Bollinger Bands where it broke below that bottom line, right? It could have kept continuing to fall. I didn't know at the time if it was going to go up or down. So again, in the future, using more of these indicators, putting them together, being able to make a better decision, that's what I would probably do. I think the 4-point trade-off is worth it. When you look at a rally from 68 to 115, what's 4 points for that extra security and making a better decision? So I hope you all found that helpful. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let me know what y'all think in the comments.